As requested in this video, I'm going to show you the setup if you would like to connect your Tenlamp G10 sound card or audio interface to a mixer. Without further ado, let's get started. And now let me show you the things cables I will be needing in this setup. First of all, this is the G10 audio interface or sound card. This is the mixer I'll be connecting to this G10 Tenlamp audio interface. And this phone's here, so both of them are iPhones. One I'll be using to do recording or live streaming. And this one here I'll be using as a source of my background music, and that is why I have two lightning adapter over here. And just so you know, this one is shorter and this one is longer. Just so you know, not all the lightning adapter works for recording. Like for example, the one I have, this one doesn't work for recording, it's only for headphone, but this one works. So most of the time, if you get it from Apple Store or original from your old iPhones before, that should work. And this one here, I'll be using RCA to 3.5 millimeter jack. I'll show you when I'm going to be using that. And I will use an earphone to monitor the audio. If you have a headphone, you can use as well. And we will be using a TRRS, the one that has 3 lines on both ends. When you buy or when you get a G10 Tenlamp audio interface, you would normally get some of these. And this one here, this is a dual TS mono to 3.5 millimeter jack. I'll show you how to use that later. And this is just XLR to connect to this BM800 condenser microphone. And now let's start the connections. First, I'm going to connect this BM800 condenser microphone. I'll connect this one end to here. So I'm just going to be using the mic number 1, and then the other end I'll connect to here. And now I am going to use this TS dual mono. So I will use this one to here to connect to this G10 mixer or audio interface. So I will connect this one from here, so the one for stereo out, and then the other end I will connect to this G10 Tenlamp audio interface or mixer. So I'll connect this one to here for microphone, so you can use either mic 1 or 2. Okay, and now I'm going to connect this phone here. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to use this phone for recording or streaming. And this is the one I'll be using for recording. I will use this lightning adapter. As I mentioned earlier, this other one here does not work for recording, so only this one. I got this, by the way, from Apple Store. And then we will connect one end of this TRRS to here, and then the other end we will connect to here. So you just select live 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. Let's connect to live 1. Okay, and now I'm going to connect an earphone. So by the way, we will monitor the audio not from here but from here. Now the earphone, I will connect it to the bottom of this sound card or audio interface. I'll connect it to here. So you should have 2 port here to monitor the audio. I'll use the first one. Okay, and now this one here, I'm going to use this to connect the source of my background music. So what I will do is I'm going to connect this RCA to here, to the one that says 7/8, so over here. Just simply follow the color red to red and white to white. The other end of this RCA, I will connect to this phone as the source of my background music. So again, since this is an iPhone, I will again need a lightning adapter because this phone doesn't have a headphone jack. If your source of your background music is another phone, or it could be an Android or a laptop or a tablet or an iPad that has a headphone port on it, just simply connect the other end to that. Again, this one, since it doesn't have a headphone port, that's why I need this lightning adapter. So I'll connect it there, and I'll connect this one to here. There you go, we're all set. And now let me turn on the mixer And we can now also turn on this G10 sound card or audio interface. Just hold the power button over there. It should turn on. Let's do recording first. By the way, I'll only be using the built-in camera of this iPhone over here. If you see a video of me on this corner over here, it means I am playing the recorded audio from this phone over here. Okay, so now I'll start the recording so you can hear the actual output. Okay, there you go. Okay, this time, whatever you're hearing, that is now the audio output from this phone over here. So anyway, right now, as you can see, let me just set everything to flat so that there is no echo or reverberation. Okay, sound check testing 1, 2. So as you can see over here, I'm just going to set maybe my gain to, maybe 10 o'clock or maybe 10 o'clock. Okay, there you go. Okay, and over here, okay, so for the setting over here for the microphone, I'm just going to set my gain to 10 o'clock, compressor to 9 o'clock, and my high, mid, and low, I'm just going to set all of them to the middle. And my effects over here, I'll be setting it to maybe 1 o'clock. And my pen, I'm just going to set it at 12 o'clock. For the microphone, I'm going to set it to 11 o'clock. Your background music volume control in this setup is going to be from here. So remember I connected it to here, the one that says 7/8. So your background music volume is going to be from here as well as from the source itself. And now your overall volume control, you'd have to turn this main output up. Otherwise, even if your volume here is on high already, there won't be no audio on your recordings. Okay, or even if you are doing live streaming, there won't be no audio over here. Even here, they're at the max already. If this one is at 0, then there's no audio. There's only video, but no audio. That's why I turn this main output up over here, maybe about 90%. And so in this setup, by the way, as you can see over here, this music volume knob. So this is has nothing to do with the background music, because our background music is directly connected to here. By the way, you can also connect this one to here directly. It's just that, in my opinion, if you connect it to here, the audio output of your background music is louder. So it's good if you are doing maybe a karaoke, home karaoke. It's good. Now let me try playing first the background music to check how loud it is. Let me lower it first over here, maybe from 9 o'clock. Okay, there you go. Okay, so as I said, you can control it from here. Okay, let me show you. Let me play it again. Okay, and I'm gonna lower it from here. So something like that, or you can turn it up. Okay, so something like that. And again, you can control the volume from here. Okay, let's play it. Okay, you can lower it or turn it up. Okay, so something like that. Okay, and now for the reverberation or echo, on whatever mixer you are using, there should be some controls there that gives you the effects or reverberation. For example, this mixer that I am using right now, the control for the effects, even if I set my effect here to 11 o'clock, but the main control over here is at 0. That's why there is no effect at all. Okay, so let me turn this up. Sound check, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the effects that you are using right now is only from this mixer. If you want to use the effects from this G10 sound card or audio interface, you can either select one of the preset reverb over here or vocal modes. Okay, let me lower first my effects over here, maybe at 10 o'clock. And from here, I am going to select, so I'm going to press the reverb preset over here. Okay, so this is KTV mode, sound check, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, sound check. So if I'm going to lower the reverberation, let's say if you think that is too much, you just simply turn the reverb depth up and then lower it. There you go, sound check. And then you can select or decide how much reverberation you want to use, as well as the reverb length over here. So it's up to you how much you want to use. And so in this case, in this setup, because the mixer is connected to the mic port of this G10 audio interface, you are able to use, or you can use the effects, whatever effects coming from here on your recording or streaming, you can use them as well. Let's say, for example, you want to use the voice changer over here. Okay, let me tap the voice changer right now.
Okay, so this is the male voice. As you notice, it does change my voice. And then...
Okay, so this is the female voice. And
okay, let's go back to our original voice.
Okay,
and you can use also this volume knob over here to change your voice. Let's say, for example, this one here for timbre. Okay, so
sound check, testing 1 2 1 2 3 4. Sound check, testing 1 2 1 2 3 4.
Anyway, it's up to you if you want to use the volume knobs over here to change your voice or pitch, or this button for voice changer over here. And now let me give you a sample recording a song using this background music over here and in this setup. Okay, so sound check, testing 1 2. Maybe I'm gonna increase. Let me check again my background music. Okay, I'm going to increase that. There you go. Sound check, testing 1 2. Okay, and I think that should be good. And for the microphone, sound check, testing 1 2. If you want more reverberation, you can turn it up some more from here. Sound, testing 1 2. Okay, let's say, for example, we're good at this setup or settings. Okay, let's do a sample. Okay, I'm already recording right now. Okay, let me play the background music now. Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. Okay, let me pause it a bit. And now if you think the gain is too much, what you can do is you can lower your gain over here. So let me lower my gain maybe to 9 o'clock. Okay, there you go. So now my gain is 9 o'clock. Compressor is still 9 o'clock. All the rest of the settings are the same. Okay, let me continue this song over here. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Okay, there you go. Okay, so anyway, that could be like one setup, but it's up to you. For sure, you can play around whatever vocal modes you want to use. There's quite a few on here. Okay, so this is the chatting mode, streamer mode. So it's up to you. If you want less reverberation, you can use that. So this is the MC mode. So anyway, it depends what kind of recording you are doing. It could be maybe podcasting. If podcasting, for sure, you probably don't want lots of echo on it. So maybe something like that, or with a little bit of echo. Maybe you can use the streamer mode for maybe podcasting purposes. But anyway, it's all up to you. And now let me give you another sample. So this time, I'm about to go live streaming on YouTube. So as you notice over here, I'm all ready to go. Let me hit go live now from here. Okay, there you go. Sound check, testing 1 2, or 1 2 3 4. Okay, so now I am now on live. What I will do is I am going to be syncing the audio output from here to the other video that I'm using right now. So again, if you see a video of me on this corner, that means I am playing the audio output from the live streaming from this YouTube. So from here, from this G10 audio mixer or sound card, so same as I showed you earlier, you can use the effects from here. Let's say, for example, if I'm going to use the presets sound effects on here, let's say I'll tap number 6. There you go. Then that should be recorded, or that should come up also on your streaming. Okay, so aside from that, as I mentioned earlier, you can also use the voice changer. Okay, if I'm going to press that.
Okay, so this is the male voice. As you notice, my voice did change. If I'm going to tap it again.
Okay, so this is the female voice. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back first to my
original voice. There you go. So again, what you do, you simply turn
this up and
turn it down. You go back to your original voice. And as I showed you earlier, you can also use just this volume knobs over here to change your voice. Let's say, for example, the pitch volume knob over here.
Okay, there you go, sound check. If you want to use that, then you can.
Or if you want to use this one over here,
Sound check, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3,
4. Okay, there you go. Now, let's say, for example, you want to sing along to your audience or viewers. You can settings would be the same. So what you will do is, again, as I showed you earlier, background music volume control is over here. You can connect it to, the volume control is from here, 7/8. And all the settings or setup are still the same. Okay, let me give you a quick sample. Sound check, testing 1, 2. And again, as I showed you earlier, if you want to add more reverberation, you can add some more from here and also from here. So again, you can just move the depth up as well as the length up, how much reverberation you want to use. Okay, maybe let's use the MC mode. Okay, so again, I did not touch the reverb control over here. Instead, I only move the effect return from this mixer. Okay, sound check, testing 1, 2. Okay, let me play now the music over here. It can't stop, I wonder. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Okay, let me stop it here. And that is all I can share for today. I hope this video gives you an idea on how to connect the G10 sound card or audio interface to a mixer for recording or streaming purposes. Thanks again, guys, for watching. If you like this type of video, please give it a like. And if you want more of this type of videos, consider subscribing if you haven't done yet. And hit the notification bell so you are always updated for all the upcoming videos I will be posting. Keep safe, and until next time.